How's it going? So this is going to be our day one advanced warm-up with the man himself, Seamus. Bear in mind now this is his 8th workout today, so he's a bit stiff. We're going to loosen him out now, starting off with a squat to rotate. So we'll go facing forward first, it's fine. Exactly like Seamus is doing here. Sitting back onto his heels, you reach the ball out on the way down. So if you don't have a med ball at home, you could use maybe a football, a bottle of water. Anything that's between 3 and 5 kg is fine. Small dog, small child. And we're going for 10 reps here. The next one we're going to do is a chop. So you will all know a chop from inside here. You want to get your back flat with the ground, feel the stretch in the back of your legs, and always squeeze your glutes at the top. Again, we're going to go for 10 reps here. Third exercise of the warm-up is going to be shoulder rolls in this position. So you want your bum up in the air, feel the stretch in the back of your legs, just engage your core so you're protecting your lower back, and we'll do 10 shoulder rolls in this position. And then Seamus is moving on to his 10 rows from here as well. So core still engaged, still feeling the stretch in the back of his legs. 10 rows here, just try pull your shoulder blades together, squeeze, and then reach the ball for the floor. Good stuff. We're going to fly through one more round of that. Back into our squats, rotate each time. We can just lift the tempo slightly here. Reach and rotate. Good. We'll have to get Robert Sheen doing one of these workouts soon now. And we're going back into your chop. Depending on how much room you have at home as well, you can always fully lock out your arms. If you're doing it outside, feel free to go right up overhead. If there is a ceiling, you can just bring the med ball or the weight up to your eye level. Back into your shoulder rolls then. Again, we're going to go for 10 of these. And then just to finish off the first part of the warm-up, we're going for 10 rows here. Lovely stuff. Okay, so should be slightly looser than before you start. We're going to go into our lunge series. And we're going to start off with a forward lunge. Stepping out, don't let that front knee go over your toes. Over laces is fine. Then we're moving into a 45-degree angle, and then we're going to go side lunge. So big step forward, leaning your chest forward, make sure your core is engaged. We're just putting 3 angles on this lunge. You can see there, Seamus is keeping his spine straight throughout, never letting his knee go over his toes. We're going to go for a 3 in each direction here. That's it. Try put the weight onto your front heel, and you're pushing off that front heel to get your feet back together. Okay, we're going to go into our single leg deadlift next. Nice and steady, keeping a slight bend in your front knee. Finish with a knee drive. So you can see here, Seamus' knee is just over his laces, and then he finishes out by locking his right knee and driving his left knee up. We're going to go for 6 reps here. So it's going to be the exact same on the left side. Slight bend in the left knee this time. You can see Seamus is kicking his right leg back as far as he can. Core is engaged, and he's getting a nice straight line from his heel all the way to his head. Next, we're going to pop into a push-up position, and we're going to do a couple of variations of the Spider-Man. So starting off, Seamus has brought his right foot up to his right hand. He's going to push his knee out towards the camera. Then he rocks back to get a stretch in his hamstring. And then he's back and he's going to go for 5 rotations. So with the 2 holds, you can hold each of them for 5 seconds and then finish off with 5 rotations. Once you've done that, opposite side, big step, lock out the back leg, push your knee outwards and hold this for 5 seconds just to get a bit of groin activation here. Then you drop the back leg down, try straighten out your front leg and get that hamstring stretch. Finishing off again with 5 rotations. So whatever leg is back, Seamus' left leg is back here. He's trying to squeeze his left glute when it's locked out. Again, he's finishing with them rotations. Here he's squeezing his left glute. Same again. This time he's pushing his knee towards the wall, towards our makeshift wall. And rocking back into a hamstring stretch. Going for a 5-second hold here. And you can probably see better here. Squeeze on the right glute and his right leg is fully locked out there. We're going to do one more round of each on each side here. We're going to go back into our lunge series then. Again, sticking with our triangle, so out in front, 45 degrees, and then side lunge. Anyone who's been training with Moss recently would have gone through these variations. So you can see Seamus' weight is going through his front heel. Doesn't let that knee go too far forward. And he has his core engaged here. Again, we're going to go for 3 sets of each. Going back into our single leg deadlift then. Finishing with a knee drive. We're going to go 6 reps here. All about control with this one. What we don't want to happen is Seamus' left side jumping up here, so you can see there he's keeping his hips nice and flat. It's the exact same on the left side then. We're going back into our Spider-Mans then, just to finish off the warm-up. In the second round of these Spider-Mans you might feel a little bit looser as well, so just try to give an extra stretch in this round and you can just speed up the rotations here as well. nearly there. Just the last one. Pushing the knee out towards the wall. Get that hamstring stretch, really good one here. And then finishing off with your 5 rotations. Good stuff, that's the warm up complete. We'll grab a drink and we'll go into our strength next. Right, we're back again, myself and Seamus. If you can, use a slightly heavier weight here than the warm up. Seamus has gone for the heaviest weight in the room, the 4 kg. We're going to start off with a single leg deadlift with an overhead press. And we're going to do 6 reps on each leg here. So exactly like the warm up, you're dropping into your single leg deadlift, finishing off with a knee drive and an overhead press. Looking for that straight line from your heel all the way to the back of your head, and then lock out the leg and drive overhead. Exact same on the opposite side then. We can see this side, Seamus is locking out his right leg as he presses overhead with his left hand. Stuff. So the next one we're going to go into is a push-up renegade row. So we'll have a look at the hips first. Row and row. We're going for 6 of these. Row and row. So on the push-up, maintain that hip control, and then you want to maintain it in the renegade row as well. Try not let the hips move too much if possible. You want to get a bit of core work here. That's it. Going back onto the legs then, we're going to go for a goblet squat hold here. We're going to go down and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze. Okay, we're going to do 3 more of these. 10, 5 seconds left. Sitting right back onto your heels. 2 and 1. 2 more. So if you're using a heavy weight here, I'd pull the weight into my chest, pin my shoulder blades back together, and of course make sure your core is engaged. We have 6 seconds left here. 3, 2 and 1. Last one for the strength, we're going to go for side plank with knee tucks, so knee to chest. We're going to go for 10 on each side here. You can see the nice angle Seamus has from his shoulder down to his elbow. His hips are nice and high in the air, and then he's bringing his knee into his chest. Okay, we're going to go back into our single leg deadlift then. We're going for 6 reps on each side again. Finishing with a knee drive and an overhead press. Take these nice and slow. With all the exercises in the strength section, we want to go nice and slow. Ideally, we want to feel this in the back of your front leg. You may even feel it in the glutes a little bit as well. Whenever you're going into these hinge movements, we always need to make sure our core is on. Big glute squeeze at the top. we're going back into our push-up renegade row. So it's going to be 6 push-ups with 12 rows. Again, the main focus here, don't let the hips move too much. You want to see that tuck and squeeze. Next, we're going into our squats. And we'll start the timer. 10 seconds on these. It's 5 gone. 3, 2, and 1. Big squeeze, good. We're going for 3 more of these. Down we go. It's 5 seconds gone. 3, 2, and 1. 2 more to go. Good. 4, 3, 2, and we'll just get one side on view here, Seamus. So we'll see Seamus sitting back onto the heels here. Going for 10 seconds, this is the last one. Good, 4, 3, 2, and squeeze, good. Into our side plank knee tuck set. Now we'll just get Seamus to relax his head back there, push his hips towards me. Going for 10 on each side here. And you can clearly see there, Seamus's hips are nice and high. He's keeping his calf and shin well off the floor. Good stuff. We're going to go back into our single leg deadlift then with the overhead press. So as you go through these, you will find they are going to fatigue. So just keep loads of control. Take your time on the way down and then drive forward and lock out at the top. Going back into our push-up renegade row then. Again, big focus on the tuck and squeeze of the hips. Good stuff. We're going to go back into our squats then. 10-second holds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just at this angle here, we can see Seamus's knees are nice and wide. His chest is up, his back is straight. 2 and 1. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Going back into your side plank then. 10 knee tucks. Again, just looking at Seamus's hips here, up nice and high. He's keeping his shin off the grass. His weight is on his heel. And the angle of his elbow to shoulder is perfect. And we'll have a look at it here again. That's it. Last round, yeah, we're going to do one more. Go back into your single leg deadlifts here with the overhead press. Stuff. And just keep the control here. Straighten out the back leg, slight bend in the front knee. Drive overhead, perfect. Going back into your push-up renegade row then. Again, 4 rounds of this, very tough. Big focus on your hip control, making sure your core is fully engaged. Around 6 reps. Back into our squat holds then. Side view here. Seamus onto your heels, that's it. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Five, 4, 3, 2, and up, good. 4, 3, 2, and up. One more. Sitting right back now, nice and strict, about full 10. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And last one is the strength. It's quite a tough circuit this. Off we go. 10 knee tucks. Really good, strong fist in the air. Try squeeze your upper back in this position and reach right up for the ceiling. That's it. And it's the exact same. Last one of the strength. That's it. 10 knee tucks to finish off. Keep the control. Don't let the hips swing forward or back. And that's it. Well done.
Alright guys, so we're on to the conditioning part of day 1 S&C now. James had to step in, I wasn't able for it. So we're just going to run through the exercises first. We're going to do 5 exercises, 3 rounds, and then 20 seconds between rounds. James is just going to go through the exercises first, and then we'll run through everything together. So first one is our thrusters. So straight up overhead. From there, we're going to go down into our push-up position. So it's a push-up, then we go down into the plank, back up, back into the push-up again. We're going to do 8 of those. From there, he's going into drop squats. So we're going to do 12 of these. From the drop squats, he's going to go down onto the ground. So ab bikes are next. We're going to do 20 seconds here. So quick as you can. James's favorite exercise. And from there, last exercise, he's back up on his feet and it's lateral jumps side to side. We'll do 6 off each side. So if you're all ready, grab the 2 weights if you have them. If you don't, 2 bottles of water, or you can just do it without any weights. And we're going to go straight into 3 rounds, 12 on the thrusters, 8 push-up planks. Then we're doing drop squats for 12, ab bikes 20 seconds, and then 6 each side, lateral jumps, 3 rounds. So ready and go. So quick as you can, just keep the tempo high. That's it. And just keep pushing from your hips as best you can. We'll try to keep the rest to a minimum. Straight down then. Push up position. So push up into our plank. Back up. There we go. Nice quick transitions. Last one. Perfect. And back onto the feet. So it's drop squats for 12. Nice and quick. All the way down now. There we go. Feet in. And bum down to parallel. So 12 reps here. That's it. Perfect. Then we're going onto our back. Ab bikes. It might take a little bit of time to get used to these. But elbow to the opposite knee. Every second one nice and quick. So we're going to do 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back onto our feet. Going to do lateral jumps here now. So side to side, 6 and 6. Stick, go. That's it. Head up now. There we go. And break. All right, 20 seconds of a breather. Grab a drink if you want. We're going to do 2 more of those. So just try to keep your form as you're getting tired. All right, in 3, 2, 1, we're going to go again. So thrusters for 12, all the way up. There we go. That's it. You're nearly there now. That might be a lie. Perfect. Push up position next. 8 reps again, as quick as we can. So push up, plank. Brilliant. Again, try brace your tummy as best you can on these. Perfect. Drop squats next. So 12 reps. All the way out, back in. There we go. Head up again, nice and tall, especially as we start to get tired. From the drop squats, we're going to go back down onto our ab bikes again. So elbow to the opposite knee. And we've got our head and upper back just slightly off the ground. We're going to do 8 more seconds here now. We've one last exercise on this then. Our lateral jumps, then we're on a break. So back up, lateral jumps again. So nice and tall. Face the camera, head up, James. And go. If the surface is slippy at home, you can just do normal squat jumps if it's not safe. And break. So we're going to take a breather again. 20 seconds of a breather. And then we've one last round. So it's about 5.5 minutes of conditioning altogether. High intensity. That's it, fully finished then. So we'll go nice and slow, as we said, on the warm-up. Similar with the strength, and then conditioning is just all out, couple of minutes. So ready? Last round. And go. So 12 on the thruster again. And just keep pushing through now as best you can. Perfect. We're down into our push up again and into the plank. So push up, plank for 8. If you're finding it difficult, that's absolutely all right. I wasn't even able to make it to the conditioning part, so if you have a substitute, you can pop them in. There we go. 3 exercises left. So drop squats again. You'll be finished. 45 seconds left, I'd say. Perfect. Then we're onto the ground again. So ab bikes, 20 seconds and go. There we go, we're nearly there now. You're nearly at the end of the workout. And then back up onto our feet. So last one, skater jump side to side, or as I said, if the floor is slippy, you can just do squat jumps to finish 6 and 6. And that's day 1 of the S&C program done. Absolutely brilliant work, guys. Great stuff.